Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas season and a very happy and safe new year. I took a break from YouTube over the Christmas time. I just think, sometimes it's needed and sort of replenish a little bit. It's rather busy before Christmas, so it was really enjoyed. I was cleaning out my bathroom cupboard the other day and I came across something that I bought 30 years ago and I've used on and off a few times over that time, like a soap dish, I guess you could say. It got put away for a long time because when you've got a lot of little children, things like this can get broken, and it is a beautiful shell. And I bought it, like I said, 30 years ago. It's at the bottom, shaved a little bit so it sits flat, like that. It's not something I would use in my bathroom now, but I have decided I'm going to make a little dish out of it. To put my pearl buttons in, or some of my pearl buttons in, my mother of pearl buttons. And so I went on Pinterest to see what I could do with a shell, and I came across a very, very simple idea, and I'll put a link to the actual, the picture on Pinterest, so you can take a look for yourself. And all it is gluing a stand to the shell, and that was it. And then other pictures came up and it showed you pictures of decorated shells, so I thought I would combine the two. And I've got my stand here that I've made, and I can't there, it's like that. See, I've got a crystal doorknob sat on top of a, can you see that? Sat on top of a tarnished, what are they called? Little cake pudding tin type thing. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? And that's drying because I've had to use glue, and so I've got that part drying now while I decorate this. And then once this is decorated, I will glue those two together and leave that overnight to dry. So that's my shell. It's a lovely, lovely shell. I've, dusted the dust off it or whatever, and it's quite heavy too. And I've pulled out a few. There's some broken necklaces. These are all off-cut bits of rhinestone jewelry. Like when you make something, there's always a bit left over. I used to get bling from Tresor's Deluxe, and so you always end up with little bits. And so that's where I put them all, so I thought I'd make some use out of those. And then there's just another broken pearl necklace here in the creamy colours. I've also got just a couple of bags I just pulled out. These are from Loretta Valpay. I thought I could use something out of that. I've also got a bag that Sonia Steptoe sent me full of goodies, and I'm going to use a piece out of that. There's some pearl trim here, and I think Crystal Gill sent me that. I'm not quite sure. Yes, Crystal Gill sent that to me. So I may use some of that if this one doesn't work, because this isn't joined and that is. Always makes it a little bit easier. I also have just a couple of bits of thinner pearl trim that I had left, and also I've got this. I love the colour of it. This is a centerpiece of a beautiful, let me get it for you, a flower that Crafty Irina sent to me, and it's got the light in the center. Now what happened was the light finished. The battery died. So I thought I would replace it with another one. And so I took the flower off the old one and I put it back on, but because the flame part was a different size, the pearls wouldn't fit back on properly, so I put some little crystals around it, but I kept the little pearl thing. I hope you don't mind, Irina, although she's probably not on at the moment. As some of you may know, she lost her dear mother recently, so do spare a thought for Irina and her family at the moment. I thought I would use them in this project because the colour is really pretty against the colours in the shell. So there we go. Now where to start? I am on this. I'm going to be using the MacLeod glue. A lot of people ask me what kind of glue I use, and this is the one I use. I find it's quite a good glue. It holds nice and strong. The longer you leave it, the stronger the hold, of course. It dries fairly quickly. And yep, that's just what I use. I have thought about getting a hot glue gun. And that's as far as that's got. I've thought about getting one. Okay, so I might fast forward it through the thing. I have my husband at home today. I have my son at home today, and see that's really pretty, just sort of hanging down like that. I'm going to decorate kind of down like that. Obviously, I won't worry too much about underneath because I'm not going to see it. I'm going to decorate up the sides here like that, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing over here, if anything. So, okay, I hope you enjoy this, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so that is, I would call, done. There we go. I think it turned out really, really pretty. And just hold that up close for you to see. And how beautiful is that shell earring that Sonia sent me? It's just beautiful on there. Thank you so much for that, Sonia. I knew it was there all along, but I was just waiting for the right, you know, project, because it is very delicate, so it's not something you would put on a fabric book or anything like that. And I think it just looks gorgeous there with the pearls and the bling, and I've added the silver glitter just to sort of fill in some gaps underneath and things like that, and I just love it. And I'm not going to overdo it with it at the moment, because it is, you know, it's going to take a good 24 hours, I would say, to cure properly. So I've just had a little look around, and oops, they're not. I've just found a few of my shell buttons, and that's what it's for. My shell buttons are going in my shell, and I'm just going to empty them all out. And I know I've got a little spoon somewhere, and I can't find it. It's a wooden handled one, actually, so I'm going to keep my eye out for a nice decorative little spoon to rummage through. They're lovely, look at those. That's the back of them, and that's the front of them. How beautiful are those? And these are really old. Keep those ones, they're not ripped. These are really old as well. Lovely, aren't they? So they're all going in there. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. They have a home. They have a home. Oh, I do like that. And I love the buckles, and I think I've got a couple more buckles as well. So there we go. That's my little project for today. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I'm very pleased with how it turned out, and I will try and get a more decent photo of it to show you. Alright, take care everybody, and hopefully I'm back into crafting, and I'll see you soon. Bye.